Good morning, everyone. How are you doing on this beautiful Ohio day?
Good morning.
So TQ is working on a special project for all of us, and no, she's just getting some photos and stuff for a dealership that reached out to us from down south, interested in selling the Flex Chute in their dealership. So she's getting some really high-end photos to show them exactly how it installs and that whole entire process. And we send them the link to the video. And if you happen to be a dealer, reach out to us at One Spencer Products. And yeah, as soon as we get restocked, we'll be ready to rock, as we can say. And I will say the next...
gmail.com.
At gmail.com. And I want to say our next restock is almost completely sold out already before we even get them. And yeah, we will have more coming. So growing pains, right? Growing pains.
Absolutely.
Anyways, I'm going to bring you guys along with me. We had a slight rain this morning, nothing too crazy, but I've just got a ton of estimates that have been stacking up, and you know, we got to stay busy and everything. And yeah, TQ is going to kind of do her thing, maybe get some shots for you, and I'm going to do my thing. So let's do the thing, Chicken Wang.
Let's do the thing.
All right, first stop, we're gonna get the truck cleaned up. I always like to be as presentable as possible, especially when we're gonna go on a bunch of different properties. Right now, this thing is pretty darn disgusting just from the work week. And yeah, let's get it looking better. There we go, nice and clean. First thing first, always put a business card at the front door, and then I'm actually gonna walk you guys around this property, show you it, and then I'm gonna do my more in detailed notes of what's all in the landscaping and what all needs done and how much material we will need to do those jobs. So let's get to it. So you learn a lot of things about doing estimates over the years, making mistakes, and something that I would suggest to all of you is to get a streamlined process for doing estimates down. So once our estimates come through our website, we get all the information, and then we go ahead and check it online. Like this one here is a new allotment, so therefore I can't really see much in here. So then I have to come out and take a look at it. So we get a picture sent to the phone with the address, and that verifies that we're at the right house. After we verified that it's the house and we're on our way, we go ahead and send a text to the customer letting them know we will be at their property and that they don't have to be there unless they choose to be there, so that whenever we do show up here, we knock on the door and leave a business card. They know exactly who's at their house. If they see us on a Ring camera, if they see us on their cameras, or anything, you know, it just answers those questions immediately. Who's at my door and who is knocking. All right, let's take a walk around this property. So this one's just for lawn care for 2024. This gentleman just purchased the home. Really nice and beautiful. And the reason I say the gentleman just purchased this home and this is for next year is the fact that I don't want any of you guys contacting me. This has happened before. If you happen to take care of this property and see that it's on our channel and that they are looking for a lawn care service. This is a new customer potentially, and you know, we would never take somebody's account intentionally, and I can definitely tell this property is being maintained professionally. But anyways, we're here to do our job, and yeah, so nice big beautiful backyard. I love that wall, that is absolutely gorgeous. Patio here, beds go all the way around, so you want to take this into account because all this is going to have to be flip edged and trimmed, along with these beds back here, flip edged and trimmed. Now he wants everything, so I'm going to go ahead and do the price while we're here for the mulch. I'm keeping track of how many yards in my mind, so I have a general idea of what is going to need done. Hard edging here all the way around the driveway, big driveway around there, and then I'm also taking in the landscaping. So got some boxwoods kind of all the way around the property, different ornamental grasses. Like over here we just took a set of those out And then there's a small thin strip here. It looks like maybe the neighbor takes care of that. Some gravel, mulch bed, ton of mulch. So lawn care, not a problem. I have my number for the lawn care. Now I'm going to take notes for the landscaping, and I need my clipboard for that, so you guys will get to miss that part. Here at the next property, this one is for a full fall cleanup, and I wanted to share something I actually learned last year from a speaker at Mike Andy's event. His name was Tommy, I believe it was Mello, Tommy Mello. If I missaid that, I'll put it up here. But anyways, he said he learned in sales a long time ago, whenever you're approaching the door, that friends knock and strangers ring the doorbell. And I think I've always knocked, I just always felt it was more personal, but it never really clicked, you know, until he said that when he was on stage. And it was something that really stuck with me from that event. You know, whenever you're approaching a customer's door, you know, the difference between just knocking or ringing the doorbell. You know, ringing the doorbell, you know, it does seem unpersonal, or sometimes it could be a bit louder and maybe doesn't take the customer and what they have going on into an account. Let's say they have a baby and you just woke the baby up or got the dogs going crazy. Not saying that knocking couldn't, but just little things like that, that, you know, maybe we overlook, that could be holding us back a bit or not getting us as far in our sales technique. So I make sure now 100% that I knock on the door, just a nice knock, and then get going with the estimate. So another tip is always walk up the driveway and the walkway. Don't walk straight through the lawn. I don't care what it looks like or anything like that. It's just more respectful to use the walkway and the driveway. All right, let's walk around. So another tip is when you approach the door, take your sunglasses off. So this one is a full fall cleanup, and they want to get the beds done. So cut in a new edge and all new black mulch. I will say leaves have really started falling this weekend. Look at this. Just the maples, but still quite a bit here. So this lawn goes across here pretty decent ways. Shed back here as well. What I'm mainly looking at is what's in the bed, what needs to come down, and yeah, just taking all that into account, how much mulch we'll need as well. So what we'll do is everything in here, once they die off, we'll come in and cut everything down that needs to for the fall. Cut in the edge. I will say trees always have roots in the ground, so I always like to see if there's roots exposed, like right here. That's a root sticking up, big root right there sticking up. Another one right here. So you might be asking, why is that important? Well, when we come in with our bed edge cutter, we're going to run into a ton of roots, and that's going to take time to cut through. And obviously you don't want to cut through too big of one, because that would be all kinds of bad in and of itself. So moving along here, just take that little thing into account. Now that I'm looking at this shed, I actually believe that is the property line. I thought originally the shed was with it. It's definitely not. This bed is black mulch. That house is all rock, so I didn't catch that when I first looked. Big bed here, comes all the way back. Now this one doesn't look like it's been cut before, so just talk with the customer, see if they want it cut in, new edge, or do they just want it spruced up with new mulch. And then this one does go across there as well, so a nice big bed back there. And all these grasses are super overgrown here, so that's all going to have to be cut back. Now this is another tip here for you guys and gals when you're doing estimates. So right now it doesn't look like this whole area would take much mulch, right? But when we come in and cut these all down, when they die off, I know we got a few comments the other day from the ones Zach and I did about cutting those grasses down. Those were simply because he wanted to go into his fall decorations and get that one off the walkway so he had access. They weren't ready to be cut yet, nor are these ready to be cut just yet. So got a little bit of time here, but we'll come in and we'll clean that all out. Okay, we'll cut them all down 4 to 6 inches roughly, get them out. Well, when we do that, that is going to expose that entire mulch bed. Okay, and that's probably a solid 10 by 10 area. So maybe take like a 1/4 yard, 1/2 yard, but you just got to take that into account because you could underbid yourself a little bit with your mulch calculations. This one's got so much mulch though, it's going to take a ton. Like huge beds all the way around here. TQ's favorite, poison ivy. Another bed here though that really hasn't had any defining edge cut in a while. Doesn't look like it's ever been cut compared to this one. You know, you can look at it and tell it's been cut at some point. It just needs cleaned up and cut back again. So I'm gonna walk back here, take a look at this. So pay attention, guys. If I wouldn't have walked up here, I wouldn't have seen this. So it looks like a bed just right to there where the big stuff is, but this bed is actually all the way out here and it has been cut in. I know it's hard to tell. Let me see if I can point it out to you guys. So right here, it's just all weeds now, but there's actually a mulch bed right there going, and you can tell because it's a lot higher than the grass. So right there's at least, you know, a solid 1/2 yard. If I didn't look at that, and over where those tall grasses were, right there could be a yard that I'm off on my estimate. So depending on what you charge, you know, back in the day it was $100 a yard. We're way above that now, 100 yards installed, cutting the bed edge. You know, obviously you're gonna wanna add in for pruning and all of that. If you're gonna leave a business card, try to snug it in somewhere. I put that one inside the screen door so it wouldn't blow away, and that's mainly what you want to do. You don't want it blowing away or out in the yard. It just looks trashy and looks bad, and the last thing you want a customer doing is showing up after work or coming home and you know, picking trash up out of their yard and it's your business card that blew away because you set it out there. So find something, put it on a little rock or whatever, and yeah, go from there. Really nice neighborhood. I haven't been in this one in quite a while. We used to have 4 down here by the golf course, and we got rid of all those because that guy became a headache customer. I'll say it like that. Back here at the house now, the dryer broke. TQ called me while I was out doing estimates, and she goes, hey, I had to shut the dryer off. It was making this just horrible squealing sound. So I'm gonna check that out here in just one moment and see if it's something I think we can fix, or do we need to call somebody. Anyways, so if you remember at the beginning of this video, TQ was taking photos to send to a dealer down south. Well, she got that all taken care of, and then she started making like a template that we could just send to any dealers if they wanted to check it out, rather than, you know, sending a, you know, an entire chute blocker, you know, because it's expensive to ship these things. Right now we're about 45 to 50 bucks per shipping. So with that being said, she started working on this template. And then what she did is she actually took that and turned this into a really good template for how to install the flex chute. So let me go ahead and show you guys what she did. So the first big thing is she added this little barcode on here. And what you can do with this barcode, oh, did I not bring my phone? Okay, here's the other phone. Let me use this one. So what you can do is, if you've never seen this before, pull your camera up on your phone, and then all you'll do is just go right over top that, and it'll open it up in a app, and then you'll hit link, and what it'll do is it'll actually take you right to the video, okay? And that video is how to install it. Now I am going to actually make better videos for that. So if you happen to see them pop up on the YouTube channel, please support them. But they might just be like shortened versions of how to install the Flex Chute. We're just doing it simply for this, okay? So anyways, she put a table of contents, what's all in the box, and then the barcode, obviously, to install. And then the second page is the instructions on how to install it, broke down from, you know, taking the very first thing off, which is your existing chute deflector, or, you know, grass deflector, whatever you want to call it. And then check this page out. She took all those photos, which she was originally just going to send in an email to the customer, and put them all on one page, and shows you step by step exactly how to install the Flex Chute. So this was an absolute home run by TQ, and what was simply going to be just an email to a dealer turned into a way better directions that we can now put into everybody's boxes that order them, and they'll get that along with the QR code, and it should be a really straightforward install for the Flex Chute. Now, with that being said, I gotta go check this dryer out and see how bad it really is. It sounded horrible over the phone. So don't mind my dungeon. This is a extremely old house, and this just so happens to be where our laundry is. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Oh, she unhooked it. So this is 220. You want to be extremely careful. This one you don't come back from. Trying to figure out how this thing plugs in. All right. So as you can see, looks like towels maybe or something. Didn't get the complete. Oops, off center here now. You can hear it in there. Doesn't sound as loud as what it was when she was on the phone. Now it's starting to get louder. Hey honey, the dryer's broke. We gotta call somebody who knows how to work on them. That definitely sounds like a wear part, like maybe a bearing or a belt. I don't know dryers. I am not messing with a dryer. I will call somebody out here. I believe they're actually still under warranty. We got 5-year warranty on those, so I believe they are still covered. I will say those Samsung washer and dryers, do not buy Samsung washer and dryers. They have been a nightmare since we first bought them. They are awful. We've had these things fixed repeatedly. I will say when our washer broke 2 years ago almost probably, it, no joke, took them 3 months to probably come out to look at it. So I'm going to call them today. They'll probably get it fixed at the beginning of 2024. Anyways, guys, short little video here for you. I've got a lot done, but like, you know, not a typical day. Right now, things are pretty darn dry. We're going to get Zach back out here this week with us. I don't know which day yet, maybe 2 days, and we'll get what we need to get done. And just keep pushing forward. We got a lot here to do behind the scenes as well, getting ready for Equip and our booth at the Equip Expo, booth 11223. And yeah, getting everything done there. Make sure you guys stop by, see us, and don't forget you can still use code Spencer to save yourself 50% on your Equip Expo tickets. And yeah, make sure you do that. Save some money. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. We'll talk to you later. See you back here tomorrow with TQ out. Peace. Bye-bye.